Karan did guess that it was when she'd come inside the house and she'd seen me, was when she decided to cast me as Nagin. It was just his guess, but turns out that was the case. It just revolves around a Mahamari, not COVID 19. I do not want people believing the only cure to COVID 19 is Tejasvi Prakash the Nagin. There used to be a time when I used to feel very bad when somebody used to not like me. It was very important for me to be liked. And it doesn't affect anybody but yourself. I did ask this question to Ekta ma'am, is this true? And she's like, I don't care you won or lost. I was going to cast you as my Nagin period. It feels amazing to be in love. I've always loved love. It's just even better because it's with Karan.
Hi Tejasvi, welcome to Pinkville.
Thank you so much.
I have to ask you this, Tejasvi. In the last 6 months, I have done many interviews with several Bigg Boss contestants. And one of the questions I kept repeating the question with them saying, Ki Bigg Boss kar liya. What comes with Bigg Boss is a lot of fame, a lot of attention, a lot of appreciation. But how does that translate to work? And I think you can answer that question in a fab way because as soon as Bigg Boss finished, you went to Nagin 6. So it really translated as work for you because Ekta said in an interview to us today that she saw you in the show and she felt you're perfect for the part. Yes, and how does that feel? I mean, it's good to be busy, right?
It's amazing to be busy. I have always been this person who's loved being exhausted. I love not having any time to breathe. Of course, lately things have changed, and I would love to have a life. but I like it like this also. I have not had the chance or the time to enjoy my victory post Bigg Boss, but what better way of celebrating than just still being a part of the channel and a brilliant production house like Balaji. Karan did guess that it was when she'd come inside the house and she'd seen me, was when she decided to cast me as Nagin. It was just his guess, but turns out that was the case.
Wow.
So that's sweet. I am glad I did Bigg Boss in that case because I've always wondered why has Ekta ma'am never cast me like in any of her shows. But I'm glad it's finally worked out, and I just hope I work really hard and I don't let her down, and I hope the show does really, really well.
Tejasvi, do you believe in shape-shifting snakes yourself?
I believe in everything. I'm extremely superstitious. You tell me anything, I'll believe it. So I am like, I believe in fairy tales. I'll believe in all the supernatural powers, and I do believe everything exists. All of these things like happen, issues that I don't know about. I believe there's God. I believe there's ghosts. I believe there's everything. So I always this is me, and to be very honest, if you're performing a role, right, it's very important that you do believe in it. How else are you going to perform it? So 100% yes, I believe in it. Yes.
Sure. And Nagin 6, it revolves around the COVID-19 pandemic. It
doesn't. It just revolves around a Mahamari, not COVID 19. I do not want people believing the only cure to COVID 19 is Tejasvi Prakash the Nagin. I cannot take that bigger responsibility.
Sure. I'm glad you clarified that because people have been using the word pandemic very often.
No, it is. They are talking about a pandemic, but we're not talking about coronavirus.
Right. But when you all took up a topic like that, and I spoke to Ekta also about this, did the trolls and the backlash worry you at some point that people will start trolling you for taking a subject like this, which is so sensitive, and we are going through it at this point?
Telling people are going to troll me anyway. Okay, whatever I do. Okay, I have to just believe what I do is what I want to do. I do things for people who love me, the ones that do not troll me, and the ones who troll me, I was anyway never doing it for you. So honestly, it doesn't matter.
Why do you think people will troll you? But you've won a big reality show. You have a support system which is proved it's out there.
Most of the times, I'll be very honest with you. I love the trolls. I find them very, very funny myself. So I laugh at my own trolls also because some of them are genuinely funny. Okay, we have to give it to them. Yeah. So now, otherwise, I think if people do troll me, a lot of times it's going to be looked at as something funny or whatever, right? So that is why. But otherwise, if people troll me for the person I am, then I can't keep everybody happy. That's something that I've really learned, and I've learned it the hard way. There used to be a time when I used to feel very bad when somebody used to not like me. It was very important for me to be liked, and it doesn't affect anybody but yourself. So now I want to be liked by people who I like.
More power to you.
Yeah, I want to do that, and I like I've been saying it in all my interviews. You not everyone's going to love me. I'm not ice cream. I'm human. Like,
Sure. Speaking about trolls, a lot of trolls came your way when you won Big Boss. People said you won it because you are doing Nagin 6. How do you react to that? It's unfair to an actor, right?
no, I think it's funny. I think it's very funny because it doesn't have any logic to it, to be very honest. Because people have been Nagins before and not won the show, and still been Nagin. I did ask this question to Ekta ma'am, is this true? And she's like, I don't care you won or lost. I was going to cast you as my Nagin, period.
Wow.
So it was because there were a lot of other girls in the show.
Yeah.
Why not them?
Sure.
Like, they could have been the one they chose to win, or chose to be the Nagin.
Yeah.
It's very difficult for people to believe that somebody can be a person who loves the art, the craft of being an artist.
Yeah.
At the same time be a brilliant game player.
Yeah.
And a smart one. It's probably just hard to digest. I can't help it, I'm too good. Sorry.
Before you all entered the Big Boss 15 house, I did an interview with Karan, and I asked him, are you expecting to find love in the house? And he said no. And
Yeah.
Somewhere within myself, I've known Karan for a while, so I was like, ye to hoga hi Karan ke saath. I'm so happy to see the two of you all together. How does it feel to be in love, Tejas?
It feels amazing. It feels amazing to be in love. I've always loved love. It's just even better because it's with Karan.
Yes.
He is amazing. He is I think there's a lot of himself that he is also realizing. He's learning a lot about himself also.
Yeah.
The Karan Kundra that a lot of people knew outside is not the same Karan Kundra anymore, and he loves that. There have been these videos of him being like, this hot dude being like, oh no, I hate baby talks, and then cut to they've like edited him calling me Laddu, this, my puppy, my little, and all of that. So like he's really just changed as a person, and he himself, when he says he's never felt this way before, I see it.
Wow.
I see it. It's very visible the way he feels to me. It's so out there. Like you can't miss it.
Are you looking at taking the next step of marriage? Are you considering it seriously?
I don't know. I'm very busy, and so is he. And any marriage related questions, please take it all to Karan, because he has been talking about it. But he better deal with all the questions, not me.
Yes.
I have been completely putting it on him that he's not proposed. Do not expect me to say anything. Just us pe dalo. Just talk to him.
So Karan should now first propose, is what we are looking at. At least should put this out there.
If that is what he wants, 100%. Nothing comes easy in life, not me for sure.
Sure. Tejasvi, you think you and Shamita can ever be friends? You think that's a possibility since the show has ended now?
I am not a fortune teller. I cannot predict the future. I don't know if we're going to be friends or not. I am a very positive person. I always am a person who's hoping for the best. We being friends in the future or not being friends, whatever the outcome is, it's going to be a good outcome. क्योंकि like in the show also I've been saying जो भी होता है अच्छे के लिए होता है. तो हम दोस्त रहे या ना रहे, जो भी हो अच्छे के लिए होगा. So I don't know what to say. How do I know? I've been busy. I've not met people who I am friends with also ever since I've come out. So I've only been shooting, and I've been meeting Karan.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
I wish you all the best for Nagin 6. I'm really looking forward to that and everything that you're doing in the future. More power to you.
Thank you so much. I need it.
Take care.